If your computer seems slow and takes an hour to boot into Windows, the common upgrade that was suggested at high school was to add more RAM. That does seem to work, but it really doesn't make your computer faster while booting up or launching applications. The one single biggest change in your hardware would be to add an SSD. But SSDs are very expensive, so today I'm going to show you how to make your computer faster by using a 120 gigs SSD with a hard drive that isn't so expensive. If you aren't an avid computer user, you can buy any SSD, but surely get one that's 100 gigs or more. Now there are SSD that cost around $50 and have a 120 gigs capacity. There are 3 generations of SSD to choose from: SATA, SATA 2, and SATA 3, which is the newest. If your motherboard supports SATA C, you should get it because it's a lot faster. All SATA cables are the same, so any generation of SATA drives will work with another. If you have a computer, it has a hard drive, typically one that runs at 7200 RPM. If you don't have a hard drive, you can buy a 1TB hard drive for around $50. The process of using a hard drive and an SSD starts with the motherboard. It's very likely that your motherboard has more than 2 SATA connectors. This is what they look like. And you also need to have 2 or more power connectors, which look like this. If you only have one, you can get a Molex to SATA adapter for around $5. Now connect the cables and mount the SSD, then it's time to move your OS to your SSD. If you don't have an OS, simply install one on your SSD and set your SSD as your default boot drive. If you already have an OS and files on your hard drive, there are 2 ways to move it. One, by installing a Windows from an iOS file, then putting in the activation code if you already have that. The second, by using a software to migrate your OS to the SSD. Link in the description for the software I used. Using a bootable drive method is fairly easy. Simply boot into your drive by selecting the USB and install your OS into the SSD, then go through the steps you normally would. After you're into your OS, go to the files directory and browse through the files and find your files you want to keep. If you have enough space on your SSD for your files, move them to the SSD and format the drive so you have a clean new storage device. Next is also easy and very similar. Basically, you copy the content on your hard drive to the SSD using a software like this one. And there are many more freeware that you can use to migrate your OS to your SSD. Thanks for watching, guys. If this made sense to you, give it a like, subscribe, stay tuned for more videos. But if it didn't, leave a comment and I'll explain it in full detail in a separate video on how to do the individual methods.